Obsessed podcast. We'll be sitting down with a fresh guest each week. Someone who shares the same kayak fishing passion that runs through our veins. We're talking kayak anglers, kayak companies, lure experts. Heck, anyone who's got a story to tell about landing the big ones from a kayak. We're setting our sights on becoming the #1 kayak fishing podcast in the world. You'll get a chuckle, a grin, and hey, maybe even a belly laugh. Because we believe in the power of humor. But above all, we're here to educate and inspire. So, whether you're a seasoned kayak angler or just dipping your toes into this exhilarating world, join us on the Kayak Fishing Obsessed podcast. It's time to reel in adventure, camaraderie, and the joy of the catch. Here's your host, Darren Wendell.
What is up, you fish freaks? Welcome to episode 119 of the Kayak Fishing Obsessed podcast, your ultimate source for all things kayak fishing. And shout out to the show partner, darkhorsetackle.com, where you can find those underground baits of fishing, those premium under the radar baits from those small batch creators. And if you're new to the show, you know that I like showing off the lure of the week that comes out of one of those boxes. And this one, Seth, is a pairing. There's actually 2 pairings, which I really like when boxes do this, right? They could just throw a bunch of lures in there and they're not like, okay, I got this. It doesn't really connect with this or connect with this. Yeah. But they went the extra mile. There's actually 2 pairings. And the first one is this jig right here. If you guys, oh, there we go. There's a jig. This is a micro cush.
Got that one. If you remember from the one video we had with them in the one podcast, that was one of their baits they recommended.
Okay, this is the Cush Ball micro jig, and then it's the Sus Crawl color, and then the trailer here. This is going to be a Bait Cave Customs. Never heard of those before, but this is a 2.5 fish Dirk's Crawl. So ball head jig, getting micro, which is really great for right now up where I live, where you want to kind of they're not really hitting on flappy jigs right now. So I like to throw a compact jig. So I'll be throwing this bad boy here soon. But it's getting cold up here, Seth.
Yeah.
Chilly.
Good old 90 degrees down here today. It was
and I hate you.
Brutal.
It's frost. There's literally frost on my kayaks when I get up going
wild.
in the morning. I know. It's wild. It's wild. But it's going to be a good night tonight. We have Wade Clements from YakAttack on. And we're just going to talk about all things kayak fishing accessories. So he's over there in the green room to bring them on out. Wade, welcome to the show, brother. How you doing?
Doing good, man. How are you guys?
Doing well. The last time I connected with you was at iCast. And, man, there's been a lot going on since iCast.
Indeed. Indeed.
So we want to hear, one of the best kayak fishing accessory companies in the game. Been using you guys for years. You won't find the only time you usually find something on my kayak that's not YakAttack is because you guys don't make
it yet.
Don't make it yet. You forced me, Wade. You forced me to get a Railblazer Hex 30, which don't get me wrong, it's a good product. However, if YakAttack had an FFS mount, I'd be using it right now, but they do not.
We are currently in the redesign process of that. And, if anybody missed that video after iCast, we showed it 2 years in a row at iCast. It was big. There were a lot of moving parts. I think we're talking almost 20 some parts total, within that assembly. So, a lot of molds, a lot of time. And then, just the more we looked at it, the more people had it in their hands, the more we realized it needed to be simpler. And we're kind of in that process now, redesigning it.
So what's the redesign look like? Simpler?
Much simpler. You're not going to have that fold out with the adjustable arms. It's going to be a track mount with just your rotational angles there, and easy to pull off the kayak when you need to. So much simpler version.
Seth, what are you still running your DIY FFS pole?
Yeah, I got to. And, dude, it has perks that nothing else has, and I can't even say them here because it's too juicy.
No, you can say it. Didn't you create a video on it and put it online?
No, of course not. I can't even post some of my wins because it gives it away. No, but I'm able to tilt mine on the fly, like not have to readjust it. Man, my color's going crazy here. not have to readjust like how far it's tilted or anything like that. I'm able to move mine, especially in perspective mode, which is juicy stuff.
Which is Seth's like magic potion.
So I use PVC, man. So I don't know, Wade. I don't know if you can beat out PVC or not.
PVC, hey, that's where YakAttack started, was with a piece of PVC, man, for that first Visipole. So I think we can.
Was that the first part? Walk us. This is fun for those of you maybe we're just getting into kayak fishing. You will quickly realize a lot of people are on YakAttack, but for those of us that don't know the origin story, which I don't know if I've ever fully heard the origin story because it's the first time we've had YakAttack on the KFO show. Start us from the beginning. Where did the idea of YakAttack come from? What problem were you originally trying to solve?
So the original problem was that visibility, being out there on the water. Our founder, Luther Cyphers, and his buddy, Bob, Bob got into a lot of different hobbies. To take you back a little further, they actually got into the kayaks originally, surf fishing. They're off the coast, they're surf fishing, and to drop baits, fishing for sharks, whatever, out further. Bob picked up an old like 06 Hobie Outback, and they used that for a while. Luther ended up picking up his own, but I mean, these guys were surf launching, no experience, no PFDs. And that's that early kayak fishing. But it kind of started there, and it slowly evolved into fishing for stripers and stuff like that off the Chesapeake Bay. And it was apparent right away that, hey, there's other bigger boats out here. We want to be seen. We want to be visible. Actually, part of the original motto there: "Be seen, be safe, be visible." But yeah, it was kind of a PVC, like 3/4 inch PVC pipe with kind of a modified Tektite SOS flashlight stuffed in it. Later got the flag, and it turned into one of those things. It's like, hey, dude, can you make me one of those? And eventually, after so many of those, our local dealer, Appomattox River Company in Farmville, basically told him, hey, you clean that up, we'll sell it for you. And that was kind of the beginning there. They were making everything in Bob's garage, and then later rented their first building in downtown Farmville. And talking to Luther, that they first wanted to just rent a piece of that building from the guy that was leasing it out. They said, I don't think we'll be able to fill this up. And he said, well, we'll just see. And they inevitably filled that up pretty quick. I think within 2 years, they moved out to Burkeville to one building. And by the time they were done in Burkeville, they were occupying 3 different buildings across that neighborhood there. Until later, in 2019, moved into our current location now, the 64,000 square foot building we occupy now that we're outgrowing.
I literally watch your shorts. Good job, by the way. And I always look in the background. I was like, there's no space back there for anything. It's like expansion. You guys you're just going to get tighter and tighter.
Yeah. So we're always playing musical stuff. Move this around. So we got room for these supplies coming in, these boxes, these raw goods. And it's always kind of a thing happening. Looking at the comments here, somebody asked what year.
That was
started. It was officially founded in 2009. So we are, 16 years now? Full on.
So are you getting ready to expand even more? Is that in the future?
Who you been talking to?
I'm talking to anybody. I like asking questions.
Expand into what, Darren?
I want to know. Let me know. Can you tell me?
Well, I mean, right now, kayak fishing, I mean, it's always growing. It's always changing. Me personally, I feel like, I mean, there's it's not a lot left, there between your forward facing sonar and the crossbars and your carts and, run out of things to innovate there. So there could be potential other categories that you might see YakAttack, or at least the brains of YakAttack, moving into, just to keep the wheels turning.
Foreshadowing.
Camping. What are we looking at?
Well, we've got an awesome team of guys.
Oh,
I mean, some awesome brains, some great designers, and there are other things out there in the outdoor space that I think that we could do some good at.
Heck yeah. I like it. Okay, we're going to boatload of questions over here. So I'm going to run over here to the question section. I'll start at the top. Okay. Theron Lewis This is a comment. Would love perfectly cut foam inserts for the bottom of black packs. There you go. Not a question. Just there you have it.
Yes. And that's one of those things we have talked about. When you get into some things like that, it's hard to do some of that stuff with the capabilities that we have. Obviously, we specialize in mold making and injection molding. And that's where, the heart of all your YakAttack products come from. Getting into foam and some of those other things, unfortunately, would be sourced goods. And we've already seen the pushback this year from a few of the areas that we've dabbled in.
We'll talk about that in a little bit. My gosh. And I guess it's a follow-up question from Low Life Angler. Wade, where are you getting your molds from? They seem like quality molds by the YakAttack problems I have. And Low Life actually does injection stuff through the company I believe he works at. So,
all right. So all of our molds, all of our tooling, we make in-house. We make right in Farmville, Virginia, in our facility. It's one of the things that Luther started doing initially for cost savings. People told him it wasn't going to work. The aluminum, we use aluminum, a lot of your big molds. I mean, where you're running, hundreds of thousands of products, they're all steel, but they're all made overseas and they're very expensive. So when Luther originally started YakAttack, we started once we got into molding, making them out of aluminum. And then obviously once COVID hit and all the other things started coming up, I mean, it's really what kept the company going. And gave us the ability to continue growth and excelling in our categories there. So we make all of our molds in-house. We've got multiple robo drills and other equipment there. We machine all of our molds out of solid blocks of aluminum.
Wow, that's exciting.
Yep.
I hear this from time to time on the comments because I talk about YakAttack often, and every once in a while, not all the time, but everyone's like, "Oh, it's just so dang expensive." And the reason I'm saying that is because you're saying it would be really, really expensive if we outsource these things and didn't actually do it from in-house. Or what's your response when someone says that? I'm curious.
If we outsource the molds and things like that, I mean, they are expensive, but obviously if you just brought all the products in, with labor and everything else like that, they would essentially be cheaper. And that's where you see a lot of the Amazon stuff that we have to compete against. But no, I mean, that all that price and stuff that people talk about, I mean, it all comes down to made in America, us, having 60 employees. It takes a lot of black packs to, pay, keep everybody employed throughout the year. Couple black packs, couple Omega rod holders,
2 million Omega rod holders.
So, yeah.
Got some.
So, I mean, that's where a lot of it is the ability to do that right in Farmville, Virginia. Like 95% or so of what we do.
All right. I was wondering about that because you guys kind of started stretching out. You're like, hey, we can't build everything in Farmville, Virginia. And so you started creating some new offerings. We'll get to that in just a little bit. But you said 95%. Interesting. Low Life said, nice, because China molds suck. So there's 30 years of injection molding experience there. And so that's where that is coming from. All right, got a bunch of other questions here and some comments. Utopia Outdoors says tons of YakAttack stuff on my boat. Love it.
Awesome. We appreciate
Brian
it.
Richardson, great products, like them. On my New Canoe Unlimited, right? From the Mitten State, from up there in Michigan. Jared Booth got a question for you. Jared Booth, is there a specific black pack? Battery-specific black pack? Much smaller, perhaps, with already built-in rubber plugs for wiring.
No. So that's
modular,
no.
Right?
I mean,
you can build all that
out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, we see a lot of battery box builds with black packs, which are awesome. They definitely serve a great purpose there, but nothing that is specifically, specific to the size of any particular battery. And they're all shapes and sizes now with lithium.
Yep.
I'd say one of the best ones is what Newport did, with their low pro battery, where it fits that 16-16 short stack like a glove.
Yep. So there you go, Jared. If you're looking for something small, they do the 13 by 13. And if you're looking for something, depending on battery and what you're running, we need a lot of information. But the other question is there a built-in rubber plug for wiring? You don't do that. You just offer the grid locks, right?
So we have the through hole connectors and things like that to run the cabling through, but no direct connect plugs or anything like that.
Good question, Jared. Love it. Jason Reardon, Wade, thanks for what you do for the kayak community, the family. I love it.
Thank
New
you, Jason.
fishing. Got a comment over here. When's the new wheel cart you had at ICAST coming out? By the way, that video, thank you for the time you gave me at ICAST, because that video is almost at 40,000 views.
Well, appreciate you coming to the booth and
no, it's all good. You spent like
runaround.
I was like, hey Wade, you got 15 hours of your time I'd like to take over the next. There might have been a line of like 17 people waiting to talk to Wade. I'm like, nope, sorry guys, got him.
Dude,
no, it paid off. And there's a gazillion things we talked about, but I think the cart he's referring to is the one that's actually hard connected to the back of the kayak and it flips over.
That's the wheelie bar. So
the wheelie bar. When's it coming out?
Now. So I guess to shed a little light on that, but we were, designing all the other carts. That's a design that kind of came up. And I mean, we could have taken it to ICAST last year, but it's been kind of, we put baby in the corner and it's been sitting there and we decided to knock the dust off of it and kind of see what kind of noise it could make. And it was a show stealer, even over the motors. Everybody loved that cart. But right now, our designer that's working on it, he's just finishing up that swing arm crossbar, that pivoting crossbar, finishing up all of his designs on that. So he started work on the finishing touches, tying all the ribbons and bows on the design with the wheelie bar. So I would say January, February on that.
Okay.
Definitely.
That's interesting.
A Q1 play just in time for, preseason and all that good stuff.
Save that Christmas cash and tax money, folks. It's coming out. It's coming.
So that's one that, I mean, we kind of held off just because it's kind of boat specific. Like, you have to, all kayaks, you're going to have to put a piece of track on each side in the right place to mount the boat to it. And we see all the comments that popped up throughout ICAST. Oh, you're going to snap your rods off when you fold it over. Yeah. It solves a lot of problems, especially where a lot of your other landing gear products are destroying and ripping boat hulls to pieces. It really solves a lot of those problems, but yeah, it's going to make a few others, standing rods. Yeah. You're gonna have to lay your rods down on your deck when you're flipping this thing around, obviously.
Right. Yep. There you go. I like it. All right. My goodness. I thought I had questions for you, but it looks like everybody else has questions for you.
Yeah.
Keep Casting's got a question for you. Would YakAttack consider custom colors for an additional cost, of course?
So that's one of those things. It comes up a lot. I know everybody wants to see colors. There's a lot of other colors that we haven't done yet that I want to see. But from the way we do things and injection mold these plastics, we have to do giant runs of these things, and the space that all those parts, I mean, just stacks and stacks and stacks of black back panels, the space all that takes up. It's a lot of inventory to move around inside that building. We're already running, we're phasing out the olive green and desert sand finally. We still have, I know those things have been out. I didn't expect them to be around for 3 years. Oh wait, I have a question. Olive green, black packs. On this says, yeah. So there we go. There we go. I was already in it when that popped up. So, but yeah, I mean, that's one of those ones that was always intended to be a limited release, so we could move into other colors. That olive green is definitely one that I think people like the best. The desert sand is great, but I don't know. I'd like to see it more of a coyote brown if that one ever came back. It was kind of fleshy, but
okay.
Yeah, I think there you might definitely see it come back one of these days. But for now, it's going to disappear for a little while to make room for a few other colors to come through. Just waiting on all of our material to come in now to make our runs on the coastal colors you guys saw at ICAST.
Yeah. You guys are going like, you guys went like full bore on coastal. I guess now, knowing what I know, back to your roots of saltwater.
Yeah, well, I mean, 80% of, I guess that's our customer base in kayak fishing is your inland, bass fishermen kind of guys.
Yep.
But I mean, the coastal thing is huge, and I don't know if we represent it as well as we should. So definitely trying to push into that category and give people what they want. I kind of thought it would be white. We did a giveaway on white a while back and really thought that would get people talking. And it really didn't. So we went with that light overcast gray, which I love. It's one of my favorite colors. So kind of put that one in the place of the white and a nice blue. The blue is going to change. The blue you saw at ICAST,
Oh, really?
You're trying to go match that steel blue with the bona fides, but it's actually going to end up something a little bit closer to that blue leaderboard, something that actually feels a little more like a coastal blue.
Okay. Not the steel blue, bona fide steel blue. Which, by the way, I just got a new RVR and it's the steel blue, and everyone's like, "Bro, I love that color." I was like, "It does look nice." Not my typical like go-to. I'm usually like more of a black, gray, camo guy. I was like, I need to get away from all these camo colors. So I was like, I'll try the steel blue. Big fan, and a big fan of the RVR. Going to be doing an RVR review, Shoaly review, which I just got done doing, and then an RVR versus Shoaly review, which that'll be coming out here in the next month or so.
Got another question. The videos there. Build's coming along good.
Yeah, it's coming along. I just put the Torpedo on. That one comes out next week. The Torpedo install and the foot pedals. You guys ever going to get into any of that type of stuff, or probably not? Like steering.
I'm sorry, I missed a part of that. I was trying to read some of those questions.
Oh, it's all right. I'm starting them over here. I won't get by.
Like
yeah, you ever thought about getting into that angle? You guys haven't touched it.
We've talked about it. We've definitely talked about it.
Actually, what all you been talking about? What's sitting on the table right now?
Oh my gosh, man. Well, here's a little kind of inside here. So last week we had our whole team. It was 12 of us. Our 4 designers, our sales guy, the 2 marketing guys, our CEO Dave, Luther, our finance guy, ecom. 13 of us in total. We're all down in Avon, North Carolina, out of the coast. We meet once a year to kind of go through and talk about where we want to be in the coming year, what products we're going to focus on, and kind of run down a whole list. And we've been doing this for years since I've been there. This was my 4th being there at YakAttack. And we've got a list, that's going to take us, 10 years to ever complete. I mean, it's just, if you can think of it throughout the angler's journey, in kayak rigging, we've got it written down on a piece of paper, in a spreadsheet. And we kind of walk through the whole thing. What does the angler do the night before he's getting ready? What does he do when he's loading his kayak? What does he do on the water? What does he do when he gets off the water? How does he store his gear when he's finished, for the day? And you can imagine just how much stuff that could lead to, where we're just spitballing everything, throwing everything at the wall. Some of it sticks, some of it doesn't. And we kind of pick out the real winners there. And that's what we kind of move into throughout the next year. But foot pedal steering came up this year. But we've had a lot of those that have come, well, not a lot, but two really solid options that have come out in the past year. The Wizard works, where Mel worked with Big Adventures there. Fantastic system, very smooth. And Catch just came out with their own version of it as well. So putting some good thought into that to really do something different. Yeah, would be the
especially when you got 2 got 2 monsters over there already got that across the finish line, 100%.
Right.
All right, other questions here, and there's my goodness, I got so many things started over here. Give me 1 second, Seth. If you see something, pop in.
I forget where we left off. I was starting some. We have so many.
I know. Marty Hughes is over here. My license plate says YakAttack. Well, you'll be getting a cease and desist shortly, Marty. Just kidding.
No, not Marty. Marty gets a pass.
Marty gets a pass. I love Marty. Kayak Jack, by the way, if you guys are not familiar with the name Marty Hughes, he goes by Kayak Jack podcast. Good man.
I did see something here about electronics, automotive grade. Yaks are considered marine. Why are your electronics automotive grade? We don't currently make electronics. We might have us confused with Yak Power. I don't know.
There you go. I don't know. Well, we'll clear that up right now. All right, one from Ruben, Cooler Lid. When is the drop shot going to be at? We're going to be available. And is there going to be a smaller one available? That's he pulled 2 questions out of the hat.
He did. So obviously right now it's going to be that current size. Just the way ours is designed, the way that we have built this, obviously the feedback, it's a little bit bulkier. But the smaller you make it, the less, cordage, obviously you're going to be able to house with inside that spool. So that's one reason it's got some bulk to it. But as far as the availability date, we've been telling people October for a while, and that was our goal working up to it. As you can see, I've been doing some videos with our testing, and things have been coming along really well. But all the internal like metal parts that go inside this, your gears, your shafts, bearings and different things like that, we've been custom machining all these parts in house. And once we get the design right, find a vendor that can mass produce these for us. First round, a few things were a little off with some of the first round parts that we got in the other week, and they took a little longer for us to get, obviously. That kind of held things up, but we're really hoping the next couple of weeks here, everything will be ready to go.
So same thing, kind of January, February. You'll see them on the website.
No. I before Christmas for sure.
Oh, all right.
I mean, I hope it's here in the month of November. But I mean, like all the marketing, the photography, and packaging and all that stuff is done. Just waiting on some of these internal parts. The mass produced versions. Like our testing has gone great with the things that we're producing in house. So it's getting in all the bulk of the materials for the full builds. To I think the initial we're going to build somewhere 300 to 500. Can't remember exactly for the launch, and then continue building from there. So,
do you do pre-orders on that stuff? Or you just kind of it's up and it's ready.
When it's up, it's up.
Got it. All right.
Do you see a big surge in the Christmas time here in the winter?
A little bit, but obviously once you get into March and areas start warming up, that's when our socks really get blown off.
Yeah.
We do some deals. Yeah. And by the way, you talking about the weather while I was sitting backstage in the green room. I was definitely green sitting back there listening to 90 degrees. It's cold and rainy as crap here.
I hear you, Wade.
I
need to get down. I need to get down there. What I need to do is go south during the winter, like January. I need to go visit YakAttack, do a video on it, and go visit Bonafide, do a video on it, go visit Cashin, do a video on it. I got like a loop that I need to make.
Visit Seth, do a video on it.
You're too far south. I'm actually going to be close to you next week.
Come in February and I'll put you on your PB. What's your PB, Darren? 7. Let's go get an 8.
I'll go get an 8 in your backyard.
Let's do it. Come on down. I'll put you. They're going to be spawning in February. We'll put you on some giants.
Oh my goodness! All right, my loop just got bigger, much bigger. If I'm going all the way down the south, my gosh. Mainstream,
definitely come by the plant for sure.
Oh heck yeah! Mainstream Fishing is the window, my boy. See you this coming week. Yeah, so this upcoming week, I'll be traveling down to Gunnersville for the KBF Nationals, and I'm going to be fishing with Rudd on the way down, fishing with Chad on the way back after it's all said and done, and just fishing like 5 or 6 days straight on Gunnersville. Heck, I might get.
I don't know if I'm going to make it down there and see you or not. That was the plan. But some plans have changed. Like I said, I've been out of town the last couple of weeks consistently here. So, talk to Chad again today a little bit about it. So,
all right.
Hopefully I'll see all you guys down there. I'd love to.
I hope so.
We'll see if we can work it in.
That'd be fun. You're going to bring your kayak and fish along?
You're daggone right.
Yeah, that's right.
Just stand on the bank and watch.
So really quick, help people. You're in Virginia.
Yes.
Let people know your role at YakAttack. I guess we didn't really cover that. We kind of hopped right in like, hey, I know you, so everyone else must too.
Well, so yeah, I'm the marketing coordinator at YakAttack. Been doing that for 3.5 years now, since I took over our social media and did all that stuff. I started at YakAttack 5 years ago as our inventory and purchasing manager. And so kind of kept us from running out of things. And Luther came to me after about 1.5 years and says, I think I've got a better spot for you.
Like,
John,
you're so pretty. I want to put you on camera.
We need your face everywhere.
That's what he said. I know what he said.
But John needed help in marketing. And so I told Luther, I said, look, man, I've never done anything like that before. And he said, when I started this, I'd never done anything like this before. But I think you can do it. And so one thing led to another. And
I mean, everybody who does anything right now has never done it before until you do it. So
exactly.
I guess that kind of, there you go.
So, I'm just the lucky local. I mean, Burkeville is like 15 minutes this way from where I live. Farmville's 15 minutes the other direction from where I live. But when they moved back to Farmville, I was like, hey, I'm kind of tired with what I'm doing. Let me me go chase this hobby and see what happens. Talked to my wife about it a whole lot, and where I was going to go, where I was going to move forward. And this was a shot in the dark. I reached out to Luther on Facebook Messenger. It's like, hey, I saw some posts you guys were looking for people. You still looking for people? He said, absolutely. I had no idea he'd seen like my posts in the Bonafide groups and stuff from where I
there you go.
Heavy into it.
You never know who's watching, man. And when your next break is going to be your next life change. It's kind of crazy how all that works. It really is. It really is. Seth was sharing in the green room a story. He's like, hey, man, you never know. In 2 years, that could pan out to be something that changes your life. You just never know. It's wild how it goes. All right, Marty Hughes got another question here. How about a wire cord plate for the inside of the black pack? It would cover the wires in the box. I don't.
That is actually a very good one, Marty. The more you see, electronics prevalent in these kayak builds, there's definitely a need for that where you're not, you just have those coils, because I don't know why they haven't started making, kayak length transducers and cables and stuff yet for a lot of these things, but
right.
You end up with the 20 foot of extra cordage there. But if you guys saw last week's Yak Offs, Chad from Hookup Baits, his build that Derek did out there at OEX in San Diego, he actually put a false panel, I don't know if he sawed them down. They didn't really say. I'm definitely gonna have to get with Chad on the other side of this and see how they ended up doing all that. But they put a false bottom in it and a false wall in it to hide all that cordage. So it was super, super clean. It's one of the cleanest black pack builds I've seen. And modular, all he has to do is unplug it and move it kayak to kayak. But doing something like that's gridlock compatible, where you can screw it right into the wall and cover all that stuff up would be awesome. And that's, I think, based off of our talks last week, I hope that's definitely the direction we move into. We kind of have to hone in all the noise from last week, but getting back into a lot of the black pack accessories, from your dividers, your drop-in trays, and some options like that have actually just been, sitting on the back burner for a year or so. Getting into some of that would definitely be a good one.
I love having those. I forget what they're called. You got to memorize all this stuff, and I just got them, so I haven't memorized them. The short stacks on top of each other, right on my RVR, right there. I was like, I don't even carry a tackle bag. I literally bring out my trays and I pack everything I need for the river. Throw the trays into the I forget the name of them again. I just said it. Oh my gosh, Darren. Track packs that you stack on top of each other, and it's right there. It's awesome.
Yeah. I moved all my tackle into those years ago. I got away from all the Plano box. I mean, we obviously carry way too much stuff with us out there on the water. Everybody carries the kitchen sink, but kind of condensing things down into the trays and the track packs. I pull the one that I want to use out of my black pack. I snap it in front of me. It's there all day.
Yep, I like it. Shop Life says, "Hey, love all my orange YakAttack gear and crate. Is that going away? Wait,
no.
Keeping the orange."
Yeah, right now the black, orange, and gray are kind of the YakAttack flagship colors. So those will be around for quite a while. And there are tons of benefits to that orange too. If anybody saw some of our trips to Niagara the past years, we were out there. I mean, complete whiteout fog. One of the days we were out there in the harbor, and like you could barely see me in the kayak, at 50, 75 yards away, but you could see those orange those orange accessories glowing
there you
on
go.
That kayak and that fog. So they're great benefits to that. That's one that will be here forever.
Anybody ever be like, hey, we need some glow in the dark options?
Hey, that'd be cool if we could figure out how to injection mold glow in the dark stuff.
Yeah,
maybe.
No clue. Now you guys were goofing around with hydro dipping stuff. I understand that's probably a pretty laborious, because it's not something you just mix in with a resin, right? You gotta, go dip that mother somewhere.
Right. So yeah, you can't exactly just shoot that into a mold and have it come out looking like that. So everything that everybody saw at ICAST, one of our designers, Gabe, hand dipped every single one of those panels one at a time, sat them to the side to dry, and then assembled everything for the show. So a lot of labor in that. We have been talking with some different people what that looks like from a full production aspect.
Yeah.
So we're definitely digging into that one and pursuing it. And
All right.
Hope everything
that'll be
pans
fun.
out.
Everyone just likes to kind of have something unique.
Yeah,
I
you got to
see
make it
people
yours.
some people spray paint them. Some people, they have two of them, so they alternate the colors. I've seen all kinds of different stuff.
Okay, and the orange latches and hinges and those little kits, that's been kind of a dream of mine for years.
Oh, there you go. Because they're all
Before I
black
was
right
in
now.
marketing, yeah, I actually talked to our injection molding guy because we mold the red crescent handles you see on all the crescent kayaks.
Okay.
So we had some of that red material already mixed up. So he actually shot me some of that stuff. So I've had a black pack for 2-3 years that has red hinges and latches and all that stuff on it. So I've been kind of pushing for this one for a long time. So we got the orange out, and I'd love to see a ton more colors follow this if it really takes off.
I like it. Colin B. Basson's got a question for you, Wade. Wade, what brand of what kayak do you have? And I'm sure if you've been doing it for as long as you have multiple.
I do, and they're all bona fides.
Come on.
Yeah, well, when I started off, I mean, I started off in a sit inside kayak, a cheap $500 Dick's Sporting Goods, ugly green thing, and use that for years. And once I wore a hole that I could no longer patch, it was time to go out and spend big boy money on a kayak. And Bonafide was brand new. And once I found out that Luther was behind that as well, with the success they'd found in YakAttack, I was like, all right. I was looking at some Wildies, looking at a tarpon. So glad I didn't buy that thing. But looking at some other options, looking at some Old Towns. But yeah, ended up going with one of the OG Top Gun Gray SS 107s.
Okay.
I was going to get the RS 117 because that was in the budget. But
it's like
Appomattox gave me
right?
a little bit better deal, and so I got the SS 107. And as soon as they released their next color release, I got one in red. So I've got one in gray and I've got one in red.
Okay.
And have a vibe that those guys were awesome enough to hook us up with. After our British Columbia trip, so I've had some fun in that this summer.
A Makana?
Doing some, yep, the 10-foot Makana. I like it. I like a 10-foot boat. I do mostly river fishing. I'll be honest. I mean, not to knock the RVR. It's a great boat. Drop down skeg, a lot of good benefits there. But I like my 10-foot SS 107 better in the river. That cathedral hull is a little grabbier than the RVR. I feel like I can carve it out and really. You got to paddle hard. You got to manhandle it, but it'll do what I want. At least I've learned to make it do what I want in the river.
Hey, everyone kind of figures out to get to do what they want.
Yeah, but that's what I own personally. Obviously, there's a plethora of kayaks at YakAttack that I get to
takes them out for a spin.
All the time.
Little loners.
We've got an unlimited. One of the unlimited. Somebody was talking about that earlier. That's definitely one of my favorite kayaks to rig out. They use our track OEM on that boat, and they've got 21 foot of our top loading track on that kayak. So, where most boats have 4 foot, 21 foot, that's a lot of rigging space. So a lot of fun to be had there.
Yeah. Speaking of unlimited, I've been hearing some rumors. There's a new unlimited coming out.
Oh, really?
Just gonna throw that out there. Just some rumors, kind of like confirmed rumors, or not. It's out. I've had a few people write me like, "Hey, what do you know about this?" So I've been passing around some texts here and there. So just wait and see if you're in the market for an unlimited and you're looking at it. Give a little time. All right, let's keep this party going over here. So you like a 10-foot kayak?
Yeah.
I had an issue. Hey, this is what happened. I don't know if we talked about last week, Seth. I've had a P127, so almost pushing 13 feet, and then all my other kayaks. I now have a PDL, Old Town PDL Pro, and then I just my buddy and I were fishing. He was like, "Hey, Darren, want to buy a kayak?" I'm like, "Well, it depends. What is it, and how much do they want for it?" It's like, "Oh, it's a new Native Slayer LTE." I'm like, "Oh, sweet. How much you want for it?" And he told me the price. I was like, "Sold." Went over and grabbed it, and I spent some time in it. And after you spend time in a lot of time in a longer kayak, when you get a 10-foot kayak, you're like, holy crap, this thing is tiny. I am like leaning back against my rods. I'm getting caught in the treble hooks, like two positions back. And I was like, all right. I'm not quite sure. I thought I was going to keep it. Like I was like, oh, I'm going to sell it. And then I was like, nah, I might keep it. And now I'm definitely going to sell it because I'm not a big fan of a tiny kayak.
The short kayaks.
Yeah, I don't know. They got their place. Just
you're not going to do a giveaway, Darren?
Why would I'm not going to give away a kayak I bought. No, I'm not going to.
No. Maybe we can take a vote from the people listening.
I am sure. I have a feeling I know what the end result of that's going to be. Oh my gosh, I love it. All right, Utopia Outdoorsman. Forget all my questions. I didn't spend a half hour today prepping questions for Wade. I don't know why. It's 60 people all live right now. If you haven't hit the like button, please help me out. Hit that like button. I guess there's a hype button now. I don't even know what it is, but if you're on your phone watching this, you can like hype it. You can hype. Yeah, it's like a hype button. You got to be on your phone though, and you can like hype videos from your phone. You can only do it like 2 or 3 times a month. Anyways, anybody have any clue what YouTube hype button does? Let me know.
I haven't
quite figured it out yet. Yeah, I know, right?
Let's see a friend there. What's up, Dave Erky?
Oh, Irk Dog's in here?
That.
Yeah, he is. Everyone's got that kayak. Oh, yeah. You got a Kayak or Die hat. I got the Kayak or Die hoodie. Seth?
Nothing but the best.
Great hammock.
Great hammock.
It's a boat ramp. And
somebody please send Seth a hat. Please.
I buy this hat.
I love it. Utopia Outdoorsman. Wade, what's the coolest product YakAttack considered but decided against bringing it to market?
That's a good one. Good question.
It's a good one.
The coolest, but decided
opinion. Yeah. You're like, maybe you push for it hard and you got the big old veto.
Or one. Yeah. Well, yeah.
I can't really say anything that we've immediately turned down. Some things get backburnered and they end up resurfacing. Anchor reel being one of those that kind of sat on the back burner for about 3 years, as much as we talked about it. But I don't think we've ever really looked at something hard and then just said no. The closest you may have seen with that right now is that the live scope.
Okay. And you're still doing it. You're just kind of
I don't think we said just no to anything, super cool.
Yeah. No, I like it. I got more questions over here. Steven Sturgeon, any plans for, I can't quite read that, something about a bed extender. Something that would assist lifting a kayak like into the bed of a truck. I guess that would be more like in Malone's world, right?
Like muscles?
I don't, I'm getting old, man. Muscles is starting to fade and
that's one of the reasons for that smaller 10-foot boat too.
That's true. Big facts.
But, yeah, I don't know. Helping load. I will say, if you get your boat up on a kayak cart, whether the Bunkster bar cart, one of those, I mean, you literally grab that nose, grab that bow, and roll it right up onto that tailgate. That's a huge help. And then from there, it's pretty easy to pick up the stern and scoot it right on.
Yeah.
But definitely, I don't think we would do a bed extender. I mean, that's a metal product, and a lot of other companies have that on lock.
Sure. I literally was installing one from Malone Trailers here just a couple hours ago. And people were sending me text messages about what hyping is. All right. You go into your YouTube studio and then let viewers hype my content. I still don't know what it is. I know that people can do it. I still don't know what it does to the content. I'm sure it's positive since you can only do it a few times a month. Anyways.
You have a hype button, don't you, Darren?
I have a hype button.
There it is.
I got that, but then like YouTube doesn't care that I push this button. They care if you push the one they just created for whatever reason. I don't know.
I saw a comment in here I want to throw up.
Yeah, I'm 27 comments. I haven't even read yet.
A mini yak cart for the bow would be nice.
Mini yak cart for the bow.
I'm guessing it's because it's heavy to be pulled.
He has an LTE too. I know that fella.
So what are we saying? A cart for the bow.
I want you to make one. Everybody wants you to make these things for us, Wade. We think them, you make them.
You're keeping a running list, right, Seth? Right. Things that I have to take back tomorrow.
You just go to YouTube.
All right, guys, this is what we're doing.
Yeah.
But a cart for the bow. I mean, I guess is he talking about maybe you have your one cart in the back and then put another little smaller one under the stern.
Yeah.
Just kind of roll it on 4 wheels.
I think that might be it. I
should motorize it to drive it to the water. That'd be sweet. I saw one guy had like a remote control and he had his surf cart and he was like moving his Hobie, like driving his Hobie back to his car. Did you guys see that?
I think that's Brandon Barton.
Was that who it was?
I've seen Brandon with a motorized one. Looks pretty cool.
Yeah, I like it. And then you call them be bass, and maybe a storage cart would be cool. But then again, you got like Suspends and you got Malone to have those type of carts already. You would only like, just be creating something that had Yak Attack on the side. I don't know. There's a single wheel for the bow. The Angry Angler circled back on that. All right, we're switching gears here.
Something to talk about then.
Switching gears in the midst of tariff lands and oh my gosh, everything that's happening right now. Bassel NH, how's the Yak Drive going? Any appetite for more motor styles, bow mount, stern mounts? I know that when we talked at Wade, when we were at ICAST, you're like, oh yeah, this could be the beginning of a line of motors.
Indeed. And well, everybody knew the space that Hobie was in a while back, and I guess now it's okay to say that everything is said and done. We looked at Hobie really hard. A lot of other companies did. That's one of the reasons you saw that midship pod drive from the first Yak Drive that we showed at ICAST. Why we kind of went that route. But we've already we've tested around. We're playing around with some stern stuff, but hopefully I'm allowed to say this, but with tariffs and everything and all the precious metals that's going to include copper and things like that could potentially shut that whole project down. It would make things insanely unaffordable, to do it that way.
Yeah, no, 100%.
So that's one we'll wait and see. I'd love to see things come back around and normal out there. Things change every day, week to week. So we'll see what happens. And but definitely something we're very passionate about.
All right. So when it's all clear, watch out.
To be determined.
You still offering the motor you have now?
Well,
Or
I mean, that
kinda
would
like
depend on that. And well, it's all kind of paused right now.
Yeah. Okay. I like it. Big Smalley 99. Hey guys, I broke my Bunkster cart kickstand. Wonder if you guys sold them.
If you broke that kickstand, man, that's a sturdy kickstand. Good job.
We need the story on that, Big Smalley. Let us know.
Yeah, reach out to our customer service team. They're awesome. And yeah, no questions there at all, man. If you broke that kickstand, we'll send you a new one.
Boom! Look at that.
Customer service, and that's another one of those great things. Made in the USA. Everything we do, we're going to stand behind. And actually, one of the comments I did see was something about, are we still making everything over here? Is stuff made in China? And I think referenced that telescoping straight handle net. So I can 100% say that everything that you guys have seen from us over the years and we continue to produce will forever be made right in Farmville, Virginia. So there, obviously, we did play with some sourced goods this year. We played in the dry bag category, a lot of soft goods, things that we obviously couldn't make with what we do and that aren't really made in the U.S. to begin with for an affordable price. But that net was just a cheap option. People asked about a straight handle net and some stuff. So that was just a cheap kind of affordable net just to kind of put out there. Obviously, if you want the good one, it's going to be the leverage landing net. You'll build one piece at a time, right in front.
Heck yeah. Which by the way,
with that thing, he's like, just flips that thing open. That's
watch it.
Dang,
got it. I got it.
I call that
you had an upgrade. Now. Say what?
I call that flip the Gene Jensen. I mean, nobody does it like this guy.
Yep, he's the same way. Yeah.
So the net, you have an upgrade to it. If you haven't seen the video and haven't watched it, I want you to explain kind of what you did and why you did it, and when will it be available.
The old design of that hinge was just kind of a little grab cleat. You pop it, and it breaks down and unfolds. Over time, that part would wear out, and thing would get a little sloppy. I know a lot of guys, they'll get excited and they'll reach that thing over and they'll slap it down in the water, and just that force, that impact against the water. Which water doesn't compress, so it'd be pretty hard sometimes. That was enough in some cases to collapse that net. So that's a thing of the past now. It has a redesigned hinge system, with a trigger to unlock it. So no accidental breakage there in your hinge action. And then some other cool aesthetics. We switched away from the decal that's been on leverage landing nets for 10 years, just the way we've made them one piece at a time in house. To being lasered on. Actually, one of the iCast comments, somebody crapped on that. It's like, oh, it's shitty. Their sales guy thinks a lasered logo over a sticker is an awesome thing. But I think it's incredible, just the advancements we've made in our own production capabilities. Investing in a awesome laser to start doing the leaderboards has led into our capability to start lasering on those logos on the leverage landing net, and hopefully that just broadens into everything else, continually upgrading and making products better.
No, I love it, because you know what happens if you just put stickers on and don't laser etch it in? They fall off and then end up putting windlefishing.com on it, and then you don't see your name at all.
Somebody's getting a new net. Yeah.
Well, it was like YakAttack. I was like, well, this is gone. I scratched it off. I was like, hey, I can use that. It's in every single freaking flip. And by the way, if you wear out that little knob thing, you're hammering some fish, because it takes a while for you to wear out that knob. I'm talking like years.
Well, I had a really old one. I hadn't even used it in a while because it had a red sticker on it. And once I got into marketing, I couldn't use my custom things. I had to use, things that we actually sold. I couldn't use any of my fancy stuff, the black pack with the red latches and all I was talking about.
Oh yeah.
But I pulled it out one day for something else, and I was at the boat ramp. There were like, I don't know, maybe 20 other people out there standing around this boat ramp. Just wreck boaters mostly. And Joey and I, we were getting ready, and I flipped grabbed my net and I flipped it out like this so I could, pop it in the rotor grip there on the boat. And when that thing snapped around, I saw that little trigger, that little clip just fly off, doing just spinning in the air. I don't think anybody else noticed it. I think it still looked pretty cool for the most part, but yeah, I saw that piece break off. So I had the floppy net all day.
But it's all good.
70
live right now.
So hopefully that'll last a long time.
If you have not hit the like button, hit the like button. It always like hurts my heart a little bit. I get done and I'm editing. Everyone else is gone to sleep and have their dreams. And I'm just like, and I go over and I look at the YouTube channel. I was like, 21 likes. I'm about to flip my computer like up over the table here. It's like all I want. Just like help me get a little extra yardage afterwards. All right, I got a question for you, Wade. There's a lot of innovation overlap in this space, right? What keeps YakAttack distinct from the copycats?
Well, I mean, I think it's just that sheer innovation that goes into it. The stuff you see from YakAttack is not our first shot, at a product. The way that we design things in-house, and we have multiple 3D printers that run nonstop, all day long. So, I mean, our design process will take something, kind of look at it initially. They'll 3D print something. We'll run through it and say, oh, we can tweak this. We can change this. The designers jump right back into it, make those iterations, 3D print it. We'll look at it again in another day or so. And that goes on for months until it is the absolute best product that we can make. And I think that's what really allows YakAttack to shine above other companies that are out there. What are you whining about, honey? Sorry, my dog is
she wants a cameo.
Going nuts here. Some attention. I'm giving it to you and not her.
I know.
But I mean, it's the things like that. I think that and finding all the extra detail in a lot of those products, the Cracker Jack surprises, if you will, little things that you didn't expect to find. It's like it does this and does this, but this is cool too. So it's the little innovations like that I think really make YakAttack stand out.
Now, out of all the accessories you've built or been part of or you come across, which one are you personally most proud of? And did you ever have your hands in some of the design of those?
Yeah, over the years, I've got to weigh in on product development a whole lot. I'd have to say
you're not just a pretty face.
One. I mean, there's so many things.
What are you trying to say?
He's the brains too.
You're not just a pretty face on the online.
You think I'm pretty?
Like a princess.
But no, no. I mean, obviously, I'm one of our most avid kayakers there within the company. There's a few of us for sure. But being able to bring that input in and be the first person to test a lot of things and weigh in on that product development is awesome. But there's so many great things. I don't know if I could call a favorite. I mean, there are things that we've designed that I like the track packs. I was like, I don't see myself using these. And now I use them all the time.
Yep.
I'd never go out on the water without my net. But the number one go-to that I don't think I could have any kayak build without is a black pack.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's the number one staple for any build. And
go.
I'll be honest, the double header paddle holder.
Yeah.
It gets the paddle off the side. It's out of your way. It's super, super convenient. I always have one on my build. A couple of weeks ago, I gave one to another angler out there that didn't have one. It was in need of one. So I gave him the one off of my boat and forgot. And so went out last weekend and hit the river and was just miserable all day long. And I try to sit my paddle, prop one end up on the command center crossbar and the other kind of on that upper chair leg of the Bonafide, and it's fallen off in the river the whole day. So I mean that paddle holder is another huge one. It's the simple ones. It's the simple things that really make me
paddle
happy.
Holder, aka
but that mesh bag. Holder. Yeah, if you call it that.
That's what
we make one for a leaderboard.
I know you make one leader. I own it.
But
have you ever thought about making one for the catchboard? Or you're like, no, we make our own.
Like you said, the paddle holder does just fine.
I love it. What were you going to say? I interrupted you.
Oh, no. I was going to just keep on rambling on about some of the products, though. But, one that I was honestly, it's the smallest, simplest product that we sell, or one of them. And it's that belt loop, gridlock belt loop adapter that screws to the wall. So you could, clip your pocket knife, clip your pistol holster, something like that. That was one that I just came in one day and talked to the designer, and 20 minutes he had something coming off the 3D printer and a couple iterations, and that one was good to go. But it's a simple thing like that's incredibly useful. I ended up switching from my old Toyota to a soft top Jeep, and obviously no point in locking the doors on a soft top Jeep. So I couldn't leave my pistol under the seat or anything like that anymore. So it was ending up in the bottom of my black pack when I'd go out on the water. And so then just by simply making that little gridlock adapter and screwing it to the lid, now clip, it's right there. But I mean, it works for your pliers, your knives, anything else like that. So all right, that to me is really what make it yours is all about. Just the little things.
Yeah. I bet you just love watching videos and see people just do new things with. And it's got to be a lot of fun. It's probably why you guys are involved heavily as you are in the Yak Offs, because everyone's just making their kayaks their own. Which I think mine is coming up again. I think I'm in round 2. I think I'm in round 2.
So we're starting to break up a little bit here. Is it me?
Are we breaking up, Seth?
I'm good on mine.
All right, I feel good. Maybe this might be on your end. I don't know if you guys are hearing that in the comments. Let me know. We'll get the party. People get the party going here. I got a few more questions for you. What product do people think they're using correctly, but almost everyone installs it wrong? I can tell he can't hear me right now.
I'm sorry. Can you ask that again?
Yeah. What's one product you get where everyone kind of feels like they're using it correctly, but actually they installed it wrong? Do you have one of those products?
That my first thing that comes to mind is the retail hangers that are on the track pack combo kits.
Oh, you think
so?
What's to tear them off,
tether
right?
holes on the back of the track packs. Yeah, exactly. It's a disposable piece, and we literally molded that little hanger to snap into those tether holes so retailers could hang them up on the hooks. And I see so many people with them out there on the water with those little retail hangers still in the track packs. So that's one for sure.
Yeah. Well, when people order online, it still comes like that. So they're probably like, oh, okay. I'm sure it's used for something. I guess that makes sense. Oh my gosh, funny. What else we got here? We already answered this question. Any plans to expand outside of kayak fishing? You said yes, but you didn't tell me where. So I guess we're going to have to wait on that, unless you can tell us where.
You have to wait and see.
You
have to wait and see.
I'm just going to say it's camping. It's camping. He can't say anything. Or he can. He's going to confirm it or deny it.
Maybe.
Oh, maybe. All right. So it wasn't a no. So
I mean, ATVs and side by sides and rigging things like that would be, I mean, seems kind of natural too. I mean, you know, you have space there. You need first aid kits. You need storage space and gadgets, phone holders. You know, so objects like that would be super cool.
Erky says, YakAttack NASCAR.
I use a lot of different things in my man cave as well. I've got our padlock paddle holders screwed to the ceiling where I have extra paddles, you know, popped up there in the ceiling, and you know, a lot of different things that you could do that we could really expand in.
I get a funny comment. The angry angler cutting mine off right now.
Will not be seen with that.
He's like, be right back. Got to go cut those stupid things off. Been wondering what they were for the past year. Oh my gosh. I love it. All right, a little rapid fire as we kind of close shop here. But if you have a question for Wade, and I missed it because I'm kind of through all the ones I started, there's a lot of comments tonight, which I'm pretty excited about. Go ahead and throw that comment in there. We'll come back after this rapid fire round. We'll get that answered for you. So if you asked it already, I didn't get to it. Write it again.
Hasn't been updating. Oh my gosh.
There's 76 people here.
There's a lot. Yeah, we got 76 live. It's freaking awesome. All right, rapid fire for you. And
I scrolled up to look at one. Jose Cinco. I do love a good hot dog.
Jose,
I'm scrolling. I'm trying to catch up on these things. Like I scrolled up one time and the feed stopped updating. So I was looking at the same questions for a while, but realized there's been like 100 since then.
There is. I got one for tonight. This is awesome.
Wait,
I think this is great.
5 native handles for rotogrips.
That's a
great
here.
one, Dave.
Rotogrip for cigars.
What did he
Oh. Come on. I need a rotogrip for cigars.
For cigars.
Wade. Yeah. Got to have something there. I know. I just know.
I'm thinking more of a clip, you know. You kind of clip it on the cigar and
because I've had this happen a lot, right? I'm fishing, I catch a fish, I put it down, and I'm like, oh, that spot is dry. And then by the time we get done fighting the fish, getting it on, and after it flops around the bottom of my kayak, and
splash.
3 minutes later, it's sitting somehow in a puddle of water at the bottom of my kayak. I was like, that wouldn't happen if YakAttack would make me a freaking cigar clip. So there you go. I'll write that. I'll send you the list after the show's over.
Hey, I mean, well, that's where you and I are the same. We both enjoy a stogie out there on the water for sure.
I love it.
And it's either hold it with your teeth all day and have your eyes burn in water, and
if the wind's blowing just right
on something eventually.
All right, questions for you.
I have an empty tray in my track pack where I'll drop it down in there to try to keep it dry. If I feel like letting it go out for a minute, but
I started using that. Use the track pack, open it, throw it in there. So far so good, but I need something. Maybe something goes on top of the track pack. I don't know. All right, here we go. Rapid fire. What's your favorite YakAttack product you use the most?
YakAttack NASCAR.
I think we are glitching because he's
favorite YakAttack product to use.
He's got a delay.
Yeah, he's got a bit of delay.
Favorite YakAttack product to use. I mean, again, I think I said the black pack is something that I will never go on the water without.
I like it.
But there's
Wah, wah. Down at Farmville, they don't have really.
Sorry, folks, we're experiencing technical difficulties.
It's at Farmville internet. That's what.
Internet out here does suck. Really, really bad.
Seth, how about you? You run the YakAttack gear?
Yeah, I run the black pack and the paddle holder. Those are two for sure.
Do you put a paddle in the paddle holder?
Yeah, I put my paddle in there. Yep. I just sit it off to the side, strap it in. One thing I have noticed when I get in rough water, though, the wake, some of those waves will catch my paddle, and it'll pull it up and try to shove it in the water, which I don't think there's anything you can do about that. That's just heavy seas out there. Trying to think if I run anything. I don't run a whole lot on my kayak. I'm not one of those folks like Darren that has it all rigged out. I would lose in round one, put it that way, in the yak offs. They'd be like, all right, this dude's super simple. But yeah, the black pack, the paddle holder, PVC mount from a live scope, so it's not YakAttack brand. I can write it on there in Sharpie, but
Yak
it.
Attack.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's probably all I've got, really. I don't really have a whole lot of stuff on there.
All right. Anything you wish you would have? Now that we're talking.
I don't know, man. I'm kind of set.
All right. You got it all figured out.
Yeah, I mean, I would probably use their mounts for
Just
like.
Don't know you need it yet.
Yeah. Right. I'd probably use their mounts for like a graph but I like my stuff kind of simplistic. I don't like a whole lot of stuff going on. So yeah.
Well, where's the fun in that, Seth?
Super basic.
Fun sucker over here. All right.
You just catch fish. That's all. That's what we're worried about. Just catch fish.
Yeah. All right.
Fire.
Got another one for you. What's one product, Wade, that you secretly wish you invented?
Bottled water.
No, the Yak Attack.
Hey, I would say, yeah, if I could have gotten in on that Dollar General thing, that'd have been great. They're everywhere. But no, for Yak Attack, that I secretly wish I invented. Gosh, can I say Black Pack over and over again?
No love for the short stack.
Honestly, it would be the gear track. Short stack is a great one. But honestly, if I could wish I had invented anything, I wish I could lay claim to gear track as it stands. I mean, that is the basis for most all of our gear. It kind of set the standard for kayaks. I mean, we don't sell as much accessory track as we used to, over the past years because, so many other kayak manufacturers are including it, in their designs now.
Right.
In modern fishing kayaks.
Yeah.
So that the gear track kind of set the stage for all of it.
Sure. No, I like it. What is the strangest customer feedback you've ever received? Filter.
Oh, gosh, there is a reason that I direct and guide customer service to help answer questions and not do it directly myself. Oh gosh.
How many times have you filtered what you were going to say?
It's so many. It's too many times. I'm still actively doing it in my head right now. There are a lot of people out there that some people that just don't understand some things and they struggle with some stuff. I mean, we do lock and load customer calls 3 times a week, and how that lock and load trigger, how you actually attach that, take the base out and attach it to the track.
Yeah.
So there's things like that. But then again, there's just some rude people out there sometimes that just want to call just to fuss and not even talk really. Just call and tell us that,
Guys are so
we didn't have the forethought to think of this in advance or something like that. Like one guy wanted a longer piece of track for something. I forget, years ago. And I could have literally told him, hey, we cut all this stuff from 12-foot lengths in house. I can get you what you want.
Yeah.
But he was just, he was set out to be a jerk the whole time. And it's like, y'all didn't have the forethought to think somebody would want more than 16 inches. And I'm like, dude, oh, no, you're trying to cut me off now? I'm like, no, I'm sorry. I thought you were finished, and it went on and on. And I was like, all right, look, I'm not even going to offer.
Yeah, I was going to help you. Now that you're cool, I'm not helping you. Yeah.
Being able to do all that stuff in house, we have those abilities. So
what's the most common customer feedback?
So just don't be a jerk. I mean, we're common customer feedback. That our customer service department and warranty process is amazing. And that's something that we're super proud of.
Walk us through it.
I will say, well, it's easy. I mean, 95% of the stuff we make right there in house, we stand behind it with our Built for Life guarantee. So if it breaks, don't feel shy to reach out to us. Let us know. We want that feedback. Hopefully maybe we can improve something, going forward with some stuff. But I mean, it's pretty much no questions asked. Stop whining. That was the dog, not the customers. But we have some awesome girls in our customer service department that work hard. Now, I mean, sometimes they're busy, sometimes they're not. If you don't hear back in the first day, if you don't hear back on a Saturday or a Sunday, that's because we are closed on Saturdays and Sundays. Just
there you go.
Putting that out there. But those girls work hard and do their job really well. So I'd say that's probably the best thing we've got out there. On top of it, I mean, it's just an overall awesome staff all over the building. But
yeah, no, I love that you stand behind your products. So anytime before you go write a review, become scathing mad, just reach out to YakAttack. They'll get back to you. They'll take care of you.
Oh, Darren, I remembered my other product I have.
Oh, what is it?
So I've gone through so many of these those lights that you put on top of the power pole because I hit trees and everything all the time. So I've gone through those. But I got I don't know the actual name of it, but it's the YakAttack like flagpole that collapses.
Is it Carbon Pro?
Yeah, the one that rotates, like not rotates, but you like pull it apart. Just has four different sections. That thing's money. I love that thing.
It's the Carbon Pro, right?
Wait, that what it is?
I have it over here. He's gonna hear
right.
It
in
a minute. Yep.
Yeah. So that thing's super cool because I put it right in between my rod holders and my black pack and just shove it right.
Yeah. No, I heard
rod holders, and then I collapse it, put it in the black pack when I'm done. Never forget it.
I think we've got a serious delay going on between us.
We got like a 20-second delay now.
We do. It's all right. We're getting ready to land this plane, but I got some questions from the audience.
Is it that bad?
Take us home. Let's take us home. It's Farmville. I blame Farmville.
Farmville.
All right.
Give me 1 second. Let me just check something real quick.
Oh, someone's out there sucking the bandwidth. He's like, get off the Netflix. If there was one thing, Seth, that you would want out of YakAttack, what would it be?
One.
I don't know if that's going to help, but maybe it will a little.
What was happening? You told your wife to get off the Netflix. You sucking the bandwidth.
Oh, I just thought I would try to unplug a few things. Exactly.
Already. That was only a shorter delay. He answered that one quicker.
He did. I like it. Irk Dog Millionaire over here says YakAttack action camera shade. You get a lot of requests for shades. It sounds like that would be in your wheelhouse.
It is obviously, we've talked about shades for your, for your graphs and things like that. Good molded one that's going to hold up and last, unlike some of the injection molded ones. But I will say an action camera shade, I don't think that's ever come up. You might be onto something, Dave.
Problem is, I always shoot my camera shots super wide view. So that would have to be that'd be an interesting shade. Yeah, I can see how it could work. You just have to cut down angles, really, what you're doing. Here's an interesting question. I don't know why you would ever want this, but hey, this guy does. Richard Ian Carpenter. How about a black pack that's narrower than a 13 by 13? What would you do with such a thin box?
I don't know. I mean, honestly, we've talked about going bigger, not smaller.
No, everyone's like, hey, make a smaller box from my battery. And this guy's like, hey, make me something I'd put a folder in. I don't know. Ian, I need to know. I know I'm just joshing you here a little bit. What would you use that for? I need to know what he would use that for. Tactical kayak fishing. He's like, I have about $800 list of stuff that he wants from YakAttack. Love it. Let me see here. Deck space. There you go. For kayaks with limited deck space or minimalist anglers. There you go. All right. I don't think it's on the list. It is now. We'll add it to the list.
I mean, yeah. Well, I like the 1313 for that minimalist thing. I mean, even if I've only got a little bit of tackle, I mean, I can throw my lunch and stuff in that 1313. I actually use it a lot.
Yeah.
Some people are saying they can add a cooler to the back of their kayak too. Gives them a little extra room here.
There you go. I see it now. So they want something. I see. They don't take that much gear and they need the extra room for a battery or for a cooler or whatnot. That makes sense. I'm following that. I need like a lunch pocket, an insulated YakAttack box where it keeps my lunch cold. All right. Ruben Cooler Lid over here. Which style Captain's Bridge sells most? The fixed or the adjustable one?
I don't know. Big Adventure sells a Captain's Bridge.
Don't you have? But you said. What do you call yours?
Referring to the command center.
I think
Command Center crossbar.
I think what happened is like,
yeah, we got all kinds of crazy names, but
no, what happens? The companies will like brand things so much that everybody calls it a captain's brig, just like everyone calls a tissue a Kleenex, right? It's one of those things like, oh, it's the captain's bridge.
Exactly.
What do you call yours?
So again, it's the command center, but initial sales, I haven't stacked them all up here in a while. I probably need to go back now that it's been out for a few months. But within the first month, and they were all selling evenly across the board.
Okay.
Size and mounting option between the standard lock and load and that zero play option. Now, obviously, I mean, if you want that quick connect, you're going to go lock and load. But if you want something sturdy that you're going to be putting, a couple, 12-inch screens on or bigger, you're going to want to go with that zero play.
Seth's got a 12-inch screen.
Yeah, there's something. Is there any way, and there might already be a product out there, but a way to lock my screen to my command center or captain's bridge, whatever, like in my kayak, so I don't always have to pull my graph off my kayak all the time with the risk of getting stolen? Is there like a product you can make that could kind of lock it in there, make it more difficult for people to steal or really see? That's always something like, so whenever I have my kayak in the back of my truck and I stop at a gas station and go inside, or, go to a hotel or just like wherever, even in my driveway, not that there's a lot of crime here or anything, I'm always concerned I got to take it off and, take it inside. Is there anything where we could lock that sucker, to the kayak or make it more difficult?
Definitely something to look into. But I mean, that's well, I mean, with that ability to pop that whole crossbar off with your graphs attached to it, I mean, just unplug your cables out of the back of the screen and pop that whole bar off and stick it in your back seat. It's kind of the solution that we went into, or the direction we went with that.
That makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense.
I like it. I got a question here from Bryce Lego. Question for Seth. I'm in the same town as Wendell, heading northwest near Panama City Beach the second week in November. Is the fishing still good? Worth pulling my boat down there?
So I am way further south in Panama City, but the second week in November, that's not too far from where we fish. I mean, it's a few hours south of Gunnersville, right?
Yeah, it's money right now.
Yeah, it should be money. Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Bring your boat.
Yeah. Yep.
Here we go. Silverpunk, one of the last questions, 2427. Has YakAttack considered trying to make a rotating seat for certain brands? I want one for my PWR.
You mean kind of like the Millennium seat that you're seeing in a lot of boats?
Yes, I think that's...
yes, we have talked about it.
It's on the list. Is it the short list or the back burner list?
Yeah. Yeah, you guys almost got a real big surprise this year as far as that's concerned, but something else that, things kind of fizzled. But hopefully it comes back around.
What are some things that are like have been alive and it died and you plan on bringing them back, but you haven't done it yet?
All your secrets.
That was a nice way of saying, tell me all YakAttack secrets.
So, I mean, a few of them I've mentioned, and that being all the black pack dividers and drop-in trays and short stack dividers. A lot of different options like that we played with that kind of, move to the side for other things. Wheelie bar is one that's coming back. Redesign on the live scope, all that we've talked about. What else is out there that we are going back to? I don't know. I guess you guys just have to stay tuned.
Yeah, in the 17
follow us at
YakAttack.us
on Facebook, Instagram, and all those things. Yes, we got a lot of work to do.
I'm sure you'll get right on it. Darren needs a cigar holder, so we gotta get right on that. We gotta go to the front of the line. Oh my gosh. All right, well, we're lagging with Wade over here. He's got some Farmville internet, but it's all good. I appreciate you, Wade, coming on today. Appreciate what you've done and what YakAttack has done for the for the community, for the family, for years upon years, and look forward to continue to see what you guys are putting out there. See you down at ICAST again next year. It's going to be a good freaking year. So I'm excited about it. I'm kind of sad that I'm getting into, like, it's getting really cold. I'm only get out a few more times. Nationals might be my only time fishing before I'm kind of sitting in front of the computer. But that's all right, because I got K-Fast and the Nowhere No Share Pledge thing going on. It's going to be a good time. So, Wade, appreciate you. Seth, any last thoughts before we close this show out?
Yeah, man, I just think it's awesome what you guys do. All your innovative products, your branding, just all of it. I think it's super cool, and I appreciate you guys. Great products.
I love it. And also,
we appreciate all the customers. Everybody out there. Was that?
No, go ahead. We're talking over each other because we got.
I was going to say, I mean, thanks. I appreciate the opportunity to be, to be on the show tonight and talk to everybody. All the awesome questions, everybody out here. Thank you. I'm just blessed to be here, man. I'm just like I said, a lucky local dude that camera. But there's, again, all the credit goes to all the other hardworking people at YakAttack.
Heck yeah, brother. All right, folks. Well, we are not going to have a show next week because I'm going to be down Nationals pre-fishing for the KBF Nationals. So you won't see a show next week. However, special thanks to the show partner tonight who makes this show possible, Dark Horse Tackle. We talked about them in the beginning of the show. If you want a box, it isn't just like any other box out there where you're just going to get straight king stuff or whatever it is. Check out darkhorsetackle.com. Check out their box. I think you guys are going to love it. I can't speak. Apparently, I rented these lips tonight. My goodness, I'm having a hard time. But we'll see you guys in a couple weeks on the KFO show. Thanks for listening. You guys have a good one.